Hello and welcome to BPTV News. Now take a look at the top stories today. Bình Phước ratings best possible condition for Republic of Korea investment. Bình Phước intensifies pandemic prevention work. Vietnam Rubber Group profits of 13% in 2021. Judicial reform enable court to adapt to new situation, President says. Quảng Ninh seeks clearance of the nearly 200 trucks via border gates with China. Bình Phước province is coordinating with relevant authorities to create the best possible conditions for the enterprises from the Republic of Korea, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Nguyễn Mạnh Cường, has said.
Bình Phước is home to 339 foreign direct investment projects with capital totaling more than $3.34 billion. The Republic of Korea is Bình Phước second largest investor, injecting $752 million into 88 projects in the locality. Most of Korean enterprises in Bình Phước operate in the production of materials, spare parts, garments and textiles, footwear and dye. At the recent meeting with Secretary of the Provincial Parties Committee, Nguyễn Mạnh Cường, the Republic of Korea Ambassador to Vietnam Park No-won spoke highly of Bình Phước investment climate, transport infrastructure, and clean land for industrial development. He said Korean firms are interested in conducting investments in renewable energy, the supply of high-quality seedlings, and the intensive processing of farm produce. Bình Phước is currently home to many projects belonging to large Korean corporations, he said, adding that it is a vivid illustration of the province's sound investment and business climate. Cường highlighted Bình Phước advantages in land and climate. He added the locality is stepping up development across agriculture and high-tech application and will facilitate projects by Korean enterprises in the province.
Bình Phước province is enhancing its efforts to control the COVID-19 pandemic while speeding up economic recovery.
At an online meeting held recently by the province's steering committee for COVID-19 prevention control, local leaders asked relevant authorities to exert every effort to reduce the number of critical COVID-19 cases and fatalities. The COVID-19 vaccination campaign is to be carried out in a quick and safe manner in accordance with existing regulations. Calls were made for the timely provision of COVID-19 antiviral drugs for patients while controlling the number of patients being treated at home. The Provincial Department of Health will issue detailed instructions on COVID-19 treatment to increase efficiency.
Despite the COVID-19 pandemic wreaking havoc on the Vietnam's economy, the Vietnam Rubber Group reported after-tax profits of more than $228 million for 2021, a year-on-year increase of 13%. The group says at a conference organized in Ho Chi Minh City on January the 11th.
The Vietnam Rubber Group's total latex output reached 402,900 tons last year, or 106% of the plan. It also bought a total of 90,500 tons of latex, or 28% higher than the plan. The group's revenue topped $1.28 billion, representing 108% of the plan. It was honored to be among the top 50 listed companies in 2021, as announced by Forbes. The group also donated $8.8 million to Vietnam's COVID-19 vaccine fund and millions of dollars to support the COVID-19 prevention control work of localities. This year, it targets earning more than $1.28 billion in revenue and posting $299 million in pre-tax profit and $235 million in after-tax profit, of 1%, 10%, and 3% respectively, compared to 2021.
Coming up next, let's take a look at the recent prominent news and events of the country. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc has asked the courts and judicial sector to continue reforms to adapt to the new situations and better meet the requirements of the national development.
Addressing a symposium in Hanoi on January 11, President Phúc, who is the head of the Central Steering Committee for Judicial Reform, stressed that the reform offers a driving force to improve the quality and efficiency of courts. He also urged new reform solutions by 2030 with vision towards 2045, which the leader said need to match the country's latest situation as well as the world's development trend. Phúc stressed the need to make it easier for people to access justice and give more power to courts in handling cases of violating interests of the public and the state. Phúc emphasized that the fourth industrial revolution and the country's new socio-economic context have forced the sector to conduct more reforms to protect and promote the country's sustainable socio-economic development.
Bronze Minister Phạm Minh Chính has a reception for WHO Regional Director for the Western Pacific Takeshi Kasai on January 11 in Hanoi.
At the meeting, Prime Minister Chính thanked WHO and Dr. Takeshi Kasai personally for supporting Vietnam in the fight against COVID-19 over the past time. The Vietnamese government leader said, thanks to high vaccine coverage, the country was able to change its anti-epidemic strategies and focus on economic recovery. Chính asked WHO and Dr. Takeshi Kasai to continue to support Vietnam in vaccines and treatment drugs, especially in vaccine research and production. Dr. Takeshi Kasai appreciated Vietnam's visions on protecting people's health as well as the drastic directions from the government on the fight against the coronavirus. He affirmed that WHO will actively accompany, support, and share information and experiences with Vietnam in the time to come.
Close to 200 trucks carrying goods were cleared to cross the border on January 10th after China's Guangxi province officially resumed customs clearances at border gates and border crossings in Eston City, bordering Móng Cái City of Vietnam's Quảng Ninh province.
The resumption came after a hiatus of nearly 20 days, according to the Móng Cái Customs Sub-Department. Of the trucks, 44 transported fresh seafood for export, and 51 served the import of different types of products, with most of the remaining trucks being the trapped during the hiatus. The sub-department said as of 1 p.m. on January 10th, there were more than 1,300 trucks, mostly transporting frozen and fresh seafood and fresh food, left to be cleared. Previously, to review and strengthen COVID-19 prevention control measures, Guangxi temporarily suspended custom clearance at border gates in Dongxing City from December 21st, 2021. These freshly reopened pairs of border gates and border crossings are very important for imports and exports of both sides.
The judgment of the Hanoi Municipal People's Committee has signed a decision approving the establishment of the 2 to 5 industrial parks in outlying districts for the 2021-2025 period.
There are Sopson Industrial Park in Sopson District, Đông Anh Industrial Park in Đông Anh District, Bắc Thường Tín Industrial Park in Thường Tín District, expanded Phú Nghĩa Industrial Park in Trương Mỹ District, and Phụng Hiệp Industrial Park in Thường Tín District. Hanoi is now home to 10 IPs, covering a total area of over 1,347 hectares. 9 of them sit on a site of more than 1,270 hectares and have an occupancy rate of nearly 100%. As of late December 2021, they drew more than 700 projects, including 303 foreign invested ones worth around $6.1 billion and 399 domestic ones valued at roughly $782 million. Among 25 countries and territories investing in Hanoi's industrial parks, Japan took the lead with 60%, followed by China, the Republic of Korea, and Singapore.
The American news channel CNN has named phở bò, Vietnamese beef noodle soup, second on the list of the 20 best soups in the world, along with China's Lancer's equivalent and the Thailand's Tom Yum Goong.
According to CNN's description, broth is simmered 2 hours with cinnamon, star anise, and other warm spices to create a wonderfully aromatic base for this rice noodle soup. The soup is considered a national dish and can be found all over the country, though it originated in the north before being taken to the south, where people have added their own influences to the dish. Food has been getting rave reviews from global travel magazines for decades, and a visitor to Vietnam forced to mention it. Today, beef pho remains the most beloved version in Vietnam, with options that include the original raw beef, a mix of raw and cooked beef, brisket, and tendon.
That's all for news today. Thanks for your watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.